What's up, my crypto legends? In today's episode, we are checking out the BTC US dollar pair here. As you can see, we were holded by a thread here at the support of this ascending wedge. So I'm going to show you some bullish patterns forming also. I do believe we are going to go to the upside in the next coming days, so stay tuned. Also, the Ethereum US dollar pair, remember this descending wedge that happened a couple of weeks back. We haven't arrived to the target yet, which is just above the $2,000 range. We are creating this symmetrical triangle. I'm going to show you the targets here in today's episode. And if you are interested in trading, guys, check out the PrimeXbt leverage trading platform. I've got a link in the description. If you use Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code here, you'll be getting 50% in addition of what you deposit. You deposit $2,000 in Bitcoin, you'll be getting $1,000 on top of that to trade with, guys. So don't miss out in this opportunity. Let me know any questions in the comment section. We'll be checking out also SkyBridge Capital latest to file Bitcoin ETF application with US SEC, and Scaramucci says more companies should be holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets, and Deutsche Bank, Bitcoin now third largest currency, too important to ignore, guys. All of this in today's video. Make sure if you're getting value out of this content to smash up the like button and subscribe for daily videos, and let's go straight into the content. Hello there, Andy here, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, where you subscribe for the quickest technical analysis and news on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the financial markets. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. And said this, let's go straight into the charts. All right, guys, taking a look at the 1 hourly chart. On my last video, I did mention 3 patterns, one of them being the bump and run pattern, which is playing out, and we have this ascending wedge, and also the cup and handle that I mentioned that could also play out if we break this resistance neckline area. And if we break to the upside, we could see an $80,000 Bitcoin in the next coming weeks. The measured target from the breakout, if we break in between the 25th, the 27th, or 28th, this could take the Bitcoin price almost to $80,000, as you can see here on the chart. Also, I want to mention the price action that we had in February, okay, up to March, and this could still actually be playing out. It doesn't have to be perfect, because if it would be perfect, guys, then trading would be easy, and trading is not easy. But if you see this price action over here can still be playing out, as you can see here on the chart. Can you see this price action movement? It does have some similarities. So these two lower parts over here of the support area can be, let me just show you with the arrows. This right here and this right here can be this one and this one. I'm not sure if you can see it more or less clearly. If I just get this over here and put it together, this round bit, this pump and then dump right over here can be this over here. And now we might see the Bitcoin price come all the way up to supposedly the $65,000 range, which would be the top of the wedge, 64, 65. So this is what I'm expecting. Also, looking at this price action, this is not 100% guaranteed it's going to happen, but there are some similarities here, and also we are creating this symmetrical triangle. So as you can see inside of the ascending wedge, we have a symmetrical triangle, and the supposed measured move on technical analysis is from the back of this symmetrical triangle, and from the breakout, this could break out from this symmetrical triangle and also break out from the ascending wedge. So this would take the Bitcoin price to the $68,000 levels. And if we break to the downside, which I do not believe is going to happen, and if we break down, I don't think we are going to come to the $47,000 range, but this would be the measured move. And also we are breaking out of the ascending wedge, which the target would be the $43,500 range down here of the wedge. But we will be getting a lot of support if we break to the upside. I'm going to stick 60% to the bullish side, so I am more bullish, and I expect this to break to the upside. And if it does, we are definitely going to come and retest the top of the wedge here, which it's at the $64,000 range. And if we break from here, we are going to meet 68,000 and then also $80,000 in the next coming weeks if we break this resistance area and go parabolic, all depending on how much volume is going to enter the market. Let's take a look at the Ethereum US dollar pair, guys. Here on the 1 hourly, we can see this descending wedge, okay, that we broke to the upside, and the supposed measured target would be over the $2,000 range, which is at all-time highs. Now we are creating this symmetrical triangle. It does look like, also I was checking this out before, like a shoulder head and shoulder pattern here. But we don't have a clear neckline. As you can see, if you try to get a neckline, you know, the price just goes up and down below the neckline. So it would be very, very hard to get a decent neckline, because we can see the price going below the neckline a couple of times. So I'm going to take this as an invalid shoulder head and shoulder pattern, and I'm sticking with this symmetrical triangle. I've created the union of these points right there, and also over here, and we are getting supported here a couple of times. So if we break to the upside, the measured move of this consolidation symmetrical triangle would be also getting the back here from the symmetrical triangle, and the breakout to the upside in between tomorrow and the 24th or 25th. This should get us all the way up to the $2,000 levels, which would be the target also of this descending wedge. So if we break to the upside, guys, this is a great trading opportunity in my opinion. If we break this resistance downtrend, measured move would be the $2,000 levels. If we break to the downside, we are supposedly coming down to the $1,500 levels, guys. We'll be getting incredible support down here where this green box area is, because it has been heavy support in the past. So if I show you just here with some arrows, the support area has been resistance, also resistance over here, resistance over there, and we got a nice bounce also here, just touching the green box area. So if we break to the downside, it might be a fake out, guys. Watch out for this the support level just at the $1,700 range, because it might be a fake out if we break out with a little bit amount of volume and then come back in and continue to the upside. This is what I've got for you guys for the Ethereum US dollar pair. If we break to the downside, watch out the $1,700 range, and if we do it with a small amount of volume, we might come back in the symmetrical triangle and then break to the upside, guys. Very important to check out the volume. But the measured move, guys, in the next few days, I'm looking for a $2,000 Ethereum. Let's take a look at this news. SkyBridge Capital latest to file Bitcoin ETF application with US SEC. New York-based investment firm SkyBridge Capital has filed for a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, or ETF, with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. SkyBridge submitted the filing on March 19th in partnership with investment advisor First Trust Advisor. First Trust will act as the fund advisor and SkyBridge serving as sub-advisor. The documents state the First Trust SkyBridge Bitcoin ETF will seek to list its shares on the New York Stock Exchange ARCA. A ticker symbol is yet to be announced for the fund. The filing emphasizes the trust will offer a regulated way to investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin without needing to custody the digital asset, and allow investors to execute trades through their brokers. The First Trust SkyBridge ETF Trust is now one of the several applications for a Bitcoin ETF that is currently awaiting a verdict from the SEC. On March 11th, New York-based asset manager Wisdom Tree submitted its latest application for a Bitcoin ETF, following an attempt to get a fund approved that would hold up to 5% of its portfolio in Bitcoin futures, despite being focused on energy and metals in 2020. So there are several ETFs waiting to get approved in the United States. I believe that the first ETF will be approved in April of this year, guys. Scaramucci says more companies should be holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. More companies should be holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet due to the explosive growth of the US monetary supply, former White House communication director and hedge fund founder Anthony Scaramucci said on CoinDesk TV. In a wide-ranging interview, the founder of SkyBridge Capital on Friday called the increase in the money supply as a silent tax on American savers. a responsible CFO or responsible treasurer will have to think about other assets to hold as a potential store of value for their companies. Scaramucci also noted the reason he is so bullish on Bitcoin is that its solution to the undercutting of the Bretton Woods Agreement that back in the early 1970s, Bitcoin has the potential to start standardized money again, and that will be better for the working poor and the middle class. Because of this, Bitcoin could be quite possible one day be the currency of the world someday unless the US dollar becomes digitalized and is no longer going to be influenced by politicians and policymakers. But that would need to happen quickly, he said. SkyBridge now holds more than $600 million in Bitcoin. Asked if he sees SkyBridge having an Ethereum-based product someday, and Scaramucci said, yes, I see that happening. Asked if he's looking at decentralized finance, DeFi, and Scaramucci said, yes, so stay tuned. The CEO of SkyBridge, incredibly bullish on Bitcoin and some DeFi products. Deutsche Bank says Bitcoin now is third largest currency, so too important to ignore. Deutsche Bank has published a report stating that Bitcoin is too important to ignore, noting that it is now the third largest currency in terms of the total value in circulation. In addition, the bank says that the governments and central banks know that the cryptocurrencies are here to stay and are expected to start regulating the industry this year. Bitcoin's market cap of $1 trillion makes it too important to ignore. As long as asset managers and companies continue to enter the market, Bitcoin price could continue to rise. In terms of total currency in circulation, Bitcoin is the third largest in the world after the US dollar and the euro. And in this chart, we can see the total value of currencies in circulation in US dollar in billions. So the US dollar being over 2,000 billion, so 2 trillion in circulation. The euro being at over 1,500 billion, $1.5 trillion. And the third one is Bitcoin, over $1 trillion in market capitalization and circulation. So more than the Japanese yen, which is just also above 1 trillion, guys. Absolutely insane. Bitcoin could actually be the world reserve currency in the next few years, strangely enough. Guys, this is going to be it for today's episode. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We've got great tutorials and reviews on how to buy, how to store, and how to trade Bitcoin safely. We've got the latest news and technical analysis, so I'll be leaving a link of the website in the description so you can check it out. And if you haven't seen my Bybit leverage trading tutorial, I'll be leaving a video popping up on your screen. A massive thank you for tuning in, guys. Make sure to smash up the like button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one.